Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're great. So today's pick a card reading is why is he silent? So this can be he or she, but I'm just saying it's he just for ease, but yeah, he or she. So why is he silent? This can be a no contact situation. This doesn't have to be a no contact situation. What I would say is that if you are in contact with this person, see it as kind of like almost a what are they holding back, or what are they hiding, or why are they not being fully open with you? Why are you not moving forwards more quickly? You know, it's that kind of energy. But for the majority of you who are watching, it's because the person is not communicating with you. They're either not replying to your messages, or they've cut you off, they've blocked you, they're ghosting you, whatever you want to call it. So why are they silent? So there are 4 groups today. Of course, you can choose 1 or 2 groups, or as many as you want. You can assign them to different things as well. They don't have to. You can ask your own question if you want. Whatever feels intuitively right for you. I do just want to say that if you want a private reading with me, check the description box below. Welcome to anyone new, and thank you to anyone returning. Don't forget to hit the bell when you subscribe so that you are notified when there are future uploads. Okay, let's get on with today's reading. Hi guys, how you doing? So why is he or she silent? We've got death, we've got the world, we've got the 7 of Wands, and we've got the 8 of Cups. Clarifiers, solar plexus chakra, and children. Now, I just want to deal with the children cards straight away. I'm just checking that you can see most of those cards. I know that it's not terribly clear because you can't see everything in the cards, but you get an impression. So this is death, this is the world, 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, solar plexus chakra, and children. Okay, so the children card, what I would say is that obviously some of you know that there is a child or children or child issues involved. So this could be somebody that they have a child, or that it could even be for a couple of you that they work in an environment including children, and that it's because they're working a lot. The point is, there's a specific message for some of you, and it's to do with children, and you will know. It's paired with this solar plexus chakra. So this is about taking action and taking charge in your life, moving forwards in life, etc., and just having a sense of power and movement. So what I feel is, for some of you, your person, for whatever reason, is, you know, taken up with children, etc. So this is a very direct message for a few of you, that they're silent because they're dealing with this. Okay, so it's not personal, basically. I think that even if this is the case, the rest of the message will somewhat resonate and mean something to you as well regarding them. But one of the reasons is this: if the person has children. If the person has a link with children, if you think, well, this doesn't make sense, this person doesn't have children, he doesn't have any, he doesn't work with children, this is an inner child situation. So this is about trying to find his own direction, trying to get into the light of his own power. And I can see that in the rest of the reading. So this actually goes very well with this, but for a few of you, I wanted to just address the fact that for some of you, it is directly that they're just busy with their child or their children, or they're trying to work out their children's situation. Something has ended for them. So if there is a children's situation here, it could be a divorce or a separation. There's been an ending recently. It's a very good ending for them. So if this, for 1 or 2 of you, this may be the ending with you. And if this is the case, then it's something to bear in mind if you know deep in your heart that it's right that this has ended. It's only a couple of you, but on the whole, this person has got something that was blocking their light. It doesn't mean the person that they were with or whatever was bad. If that was you, it doesn't mean that it was bad. It was just, you know, that it was, it had come to its natural conclusion, it feels like. With the death situation, it's the end of something so that something new can come in. The solar plexus chakra is kind of here because it's saying there's some shadow here. So this person is silent because they feel this huge ending, which was painful and difficult and sad and hard, but it was right. It was a transformation. It's a chance to move forward. This person is transitioning from the end of one thing to something new. We've got the World here. This is another ending card, but in a really good way. This person is transitioning to something more positive into the future. The Seven of Wands and the Eight of Cups, these are all about pushing forwards, battling on, moving on. This person is silent because this person is moving on. They're moving on from the past, from the difficulty, from the pain. They're empowering themselves. They're connecting themselves with their truth, and they're moving forwards based on that. This person has maybe matured, is growing up, is kind of addressing their inner child issues and moving on. They're empowering themselves to move forward. They're actually going to a whole new level. So they've matured and expanded and gone beyond. For some of you, this means that they're leaving your relationship behind, but for others, it means they're leaving their old relationship behind. And this is could ultimately be a good thing. But I do think they're silent because they're concentrating on, battling with the difficulties that they have. The Seven of Wands is other people, situations, events in their lives. Some of them are very caught up with dealing with other people. The Seven of Wands is about listening to what's in your heart and having to overcome outside obstacles. The Eight of Cups is more internal obstacles, overcoming your own emotional limitations and addictive behaviors or patterns of behavior in order to break free and to go to a life you really want. So they're silent because they're going through all this transition, all this change. They're breaking past, the difficulty and moving beyond. They are empowering themselves. It's very, very positive. Ultimately, it's extremely positive. That's why they're silent, because they are leaving the past behind. They're finding their power. They're starting to shine their light. They're dealing with their inner child issues, and they're moving on. It's very challenging for them, but they are doing it. Loads of love, guys. I'll see you on the next reading or on a private reading. In the meantime, see you soon, guys. Hi, group 2. How are you doing? Hope you're great. So we've got a couple of Oracle clarifiers here. So we're looking at here, why is he silent? We've got Temperance, the Chariot, the King of Coins, and the Fool. Clarifiers are the Four of Cups, Opportunity Beckons, and Playfulness. I'm just taking this in. It's taking a minute to come through. There's definitely issues around balance. Temperance is this spiritual maturity, this balance, this tranquility, this ability to kind of be patient, let things unfold naturally. This person is dealing with something. They're dealing with something, but it feels to me like they're not necessarily dealing with it very well. They could be caught up a bit with what is responsible and what isn't. They're trying to do the right thing, but they also want to let go and leap off into something new. So hopefully this is making sense with your situation. They've been offered something. I think this is probably from you. The Four of Cups, Opportunity Beckons. Somebody has offered them something. And what I see is that in their thoughts, their mind is like, they're silent, but they see this opportunity with the Fool and the Playfulness here. It's this excited, childlike energy, this wanting to take a risk, take a leap of faith, be like playful and fun and letting their inner spirit out and really expressing who and what they are. And this opportunity is there, but they're saying, no, I can't do that right now. So they're not silent because they don't like what you've offered. They're not silent because they don't want to play and have fun and go into this new situation. It feels to me like they feel like they've got too much to deal with. They've got too many obstacles, difficulties, responsibilities, barriers. So they're silent because it feels to me like they just don't feel it's the right time or place to be kind of that frivolous, even though it could be coming from an ego point of view. So i.e. they're being very serious, taking their life and their problems very seriously. And what they should be doing is letting go and moving on. They could almost be using their responsibility as an excuse to not take the leap of faith. That's what I'm really trying to say. Some of them, that's true. But the point is, they're not taking that leap of faith because they feel like they need to be careful and be serious. They don't want to take the opportunity right now because they feel they need to protect themselves. You know, they don't want to take the opportunity right now because they are being careful. To some extent, I think with some of them, though, that it's not totally ill-advised, because the Temperance card does say that they are entering more of a period of relaxation and tranquility and more awareness as well. I do think that regardless of whether they maybe ought to be taking the opportunity with you or not, they're silent because they feel like they have to concentrate on overcoming these difficulties. They need to focus themselves on their responsibilities, on what they need to be doing. They need to overcome the barriers and obstacles. They need to push forwards. They need to stay very focused and determined. They can't be distracted by frivolous or playful or whatever stuff. You know, it's almost like there's no room for romance and giddiness at the minute. They feel they need to be really mature about the situation and deal with their problems. That's what it feels like to me. They're saying, I've got too much to deal with right now. They're not saying no to communication. They're not saying no to the playfulness or the new start. They're saying not right now. They're saying, do you know what? I need to concentrate on what I've got to sort out. I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot to deal with. I need to be mature. I need to focus and be determined. I need to be the responsible adult here and get this situation sorted out. If I don't do that, then I'm not going to ever be able to kind of have this new beginning. So that's why I see they're silent or quiet or holding back at this time. Hope this makes sense. Loads of love, guys. I'll see you on the next reading or on a private reading in the meantime. See you later, guys. Hi, group 3. How are you doing? So we've got 2 oracles for clarification here. So let's go ahead and have a look at why is he silent, okay? Why is he silent? So we've got the Hermit. I'm sorry, I've not done very well with this camera angle today. You can hardly see any of the cards, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Okay. We've got the Emperor. We've got the King of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Wands. Clarifiers are let go control issues, and the 7 of Coins in reverse, which is awaiting results in reverse. It's interesting because there's a lot of secrecy here. This person, you see, the King of Cups in reverse is a very kind of still waters run deep kind of an energy. This could be him. There's this sense of wanting to close off or just keep things to themselves, keep quiet. But I don't really feel like it's a bad energy. I don't feel like this is like negative as such. I don't feel like this is because this person is trying to be secretive or sneaky. I feel it's more like they're just keeping themselves to themselves. You see, there's a lot of positive action energy. They want to be successful. 6 of Wands, you know, so they're looking for success. The Emperor, this is a very successful energy. This is an action energy. It's the divine masculine energy. So he wants to be successful, feel proud of himself, do well, take charge. Right, but the 7 of Coins, you see, the 7 of Coins is about thinking about how to achieve what you want to achieve. You know, it's about stopping, pausing, contemplating how to get the best result for you. The 7 of Coins in reverse, it's like this contemplation is quite negative. It's like discouragement, feeling kind of hard done by. It's like, well, I tried and it's not worked. So what I feel is with this person, they're silent because they've almost given up a little bit. Not in general, in general in their lives, it's not like a despondency like depression. It's more like, well, I tried and it hasn't worked, so I'm not going to keep trying. So it could be that you've had a bit of difficulty with this person, you know, that you've tried to have communication, but maybe you've put up some walls or there's been too much in the way. But it feels like this person it's actually quite positive in a way. This person's trying to let go of control. They are silent because they're trying to stop trying to force the situation. They've gone within with the Hermit. They're trying to focus on themselves and their own issues. They're trying to focus on following their own inner wisdom. For some of them, some of you are saying, no, this person's immature, they're not that aware, they're not self-aware, in which case this person could have gone off in a bit of a sulk because they're not getting exactly what they want, or they're not getting things their own way. So they could have gone, with these 3 cards, there's definitely a sense that they could feel like they haven't got what they want, so they've gone off, they've taken their ball home, so to speak, And this person looks like quite a proud person, or a person who wants to achieve. If they're not seeing that things are working out for them the way they want, or things aren't working out, they're saying, well, forget it then. So, and in which case this person needs to let go of control issues. So this group kind of falls into 2 groups. If you could be dealing with someone who's quite immature and a bit prideful, and a bit stroppy, so because they haven't got their way, they haven't got everything exactly the way they wanted it, so they've kind of got in a mood and they've gone silent, basically. The rest of you, if this is someone who's quite emotionally mature, this is someone who feels like they can't get where they need to be in this situation. They've kind of analysed the situation and they're like, well, I tried and it's just not working. They don't want to keep feeling like they're being defeated by the situation. They don't see the point in farming away at a situation that they're not going to actually achieve. They feel a bit discouraged by everything, and they're almost stepping back and saying, do you know what, I'm going to let go and let God. I'm going to go back into myself, into my cave, and regroup and rethink about how I can approach this situation. I wouldn't say necessarily that they've given up on you or the situation. I don't think that's necessarily true at all, but they feel like what they're doing isn't working. So they've kind of stepped back a bit and they're trying to regroup and think of how they can intuit their way forwards rather than trying to control it. So they're trying to find a more productive, more intuitive, more spiritually intelligent way forward. This person's quite spiritually evolved for the majority of you. Some of you, this person is, I do see some of you, this person may have come off in a very strong personality, quite masculine way, but it might be underneath the surface quite immature. But for the majority of you, this King of Cups can be taken quite literally. This is someone who's quite emotionally involved, but feels like it's not really, the way they've been doing it or the way you guys have been doing it is not working out. And they're trying to think of a new way to approach it. Okay. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next reading or on a private reading. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. See you soon. Hi, group 4. How you doing? So we've got 2 oracles for clarification. So why is he silent? 2 of Cups. The Emperor, sorry that you can't see the cards properly today. I've set the camera up wrong. King of Swords, Ace of Wands, clarifiers, Ace of Swords, and Soulmate. Very likely this is you, this is them, regardless of whether you're inquiring about a male or a female, you, them. So this person to me looks like they're overwhelmed by the energy of the situation. This person could be quite down to earth, quite practical, quite 3D oriented, quite unspiritual, if you like. They see you as very powerful. They feel a massive soul connection to you. They could be going through an awakening. They could be about to go through an awakening. You're kind of the awakened one, maybe in this situation. They're silent because they're overwhelmed. They're silent because the King of Swords, they're trying to keep control of the situation. You're coming through as the Empress and Soulmate, so they feel this strong divine feminine energy from you. If you are not the divine feminine, if you see yourself more as a masculine energy, don't worry about this too much. The point is that you have this resonance of this high vibe person comparatively to them, So you seem to have this light around you. You're powerful. They feel very drawn to you. And they're finding this Two of Coins extremely overwhelming. They don't really know what to do with it. They could be in a relationship with somebody else, because this Two of Coins is this sense of juggling. If they're not juggling you and somebody else, it could be you and another situation, or it could just be that they're overwhelmed. They feel like they haven't got enough to give to this situation, or they haven't got what it takes for this situation. They're totally overwhelmed by it. You are very alluring and a draw to them. They're trying to stay very grown up and sensible about it. They could be very responsible. They're trying to be sensible. They're trying to be determined. They could be coming off as cold or closed down or brusque, rude, mean, cold, but I feel like it's more vulnerability than it is coldness. You know, it might come across as a bit frosty or extremely frosty for some of you, but I think that this is overwhelm, and this is just the way this person is dealing with it, and they don't really know what to do. Ace of Wands, this person is silent because, you know, they're trying their best to stay focused on what they think they should be doing. But the reality is that they are going through some sort of awakening. This could be contributing to the fact that they're silent because they're so overwhelmed. They don't really know what's going on. They're feeling all this new energy with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, this strong new beginning. They're having to cut away the past. The truth is coming out. They're having some sort of revelation. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, but together, this is some sort of realization or breakthrough. So you could have made them see things about their life, about their lifestyle, about their current partner or their situation. It may be a bit of a blow, actually, a bit of a, oh, you know, I wasn't expecting that. My life was going along nicely, and then you come along and it blows it all up. You know, it could be one of those sorts of situations, because it could involve a relationship, a soul connection where, you know, you meet and it just seems to put a question mark over everything that this person has believed in and been doing so far in their life. The Ace of Wands is inspiration. They feel very attracted to you. There's a massively strong connection between you guys, and it's fire and passion and excitement, and there could be a lot of sexual tension between you guys as well. But the reality is they're silent because they're overwhelmed by it. They need to start anew. They need to make a fresh start. They need to break free of something. They're silent because they can't deal with the situation. They can't deal with you. They can't deal with the communication or the connection. It's too much for them. They're trying to be sensible. They're trying to be, in inverted commas, strong, do the right thing, resist the situation. But notice that you are the Empress. They are the King of Swords. It's almost like, in a way, they feel powerless to resist. The reality is, with this Ace of Wands and clarity of belief, the Ace of Swords, and with the soulmate and everything, I really don't see how they're going to be able to keep this up, this silence, or this barrier or whatever. But they do seem pretty determined to do so. Like I say, I don't get the impression that they're going to be able to do that. I think that they will cave because the power and the energy is here so strong, and this new beginning is so forceful. But they're silent because they're overwhelmed, because this situation is taking them through an awakening. It's making them perplexed, confused, and they're trying their absolute hardest to stay focused and determined on what they've already worked out with their mind is the best way forward. But the reality is that they are inspired. The new beginning and the new situation is coming through. And like I said, in many ways, I feel like they are powerless to resist it, ultimately. And so I think eventually this silence will go. So loads of love, guys. I hope this makes sense. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next reading or on a private reading in the meantime. See you soon, guys.